I never actually recorded my day 2 review of the TPT conference. I feel like you can see that better now. I'm sure I've left all of my subscribers hanging, so I wanted to talk about, here I have the schedule still, so I still have my notes. I still remember what I learned. The conference was actually 3 days. I think I recapped the first day, which we had keynote and sessions. Day 2 was an all-day training, and then day 3 was half of a day with closing remarks. So let me open up my trusty notebook here. The first day, I think my favorite session was the session on SEO and how to create titles and descriptions that rank both on Google and on TPT. I think I talked more about that in my last video, so if you want to go check that out. So the first session I went to on the second day of the conference was more of like a mindset session. It was called You Are a CEO. Basically, act like a business owner. If you need to hire people to help with your business, you should do that. So they talked about virtual assistants. They talked about treating it like a job. You're a CEO. Anyway, so that was kind of the takeaways from that one. The next session I went to is how to bring your ideal audience from social media to your TPT store. I have dabbled a little bit in Instagram. I don't love the fact that like when you post something on Instagram, it's there for a day and then no one sees it. I did hear, though, at this conference that Google is now going to, or Instagram is now going to be searchable via Google. So if your video has like a topic that would apply to a Google search, Google will pull up Instagram as a result. So that might change. Another session I did was selling curriculum for secondary. It was actually a history teacher who talked about how you should sell a whole curriculum. You should build not only like lessons and units, but you should add in like assessments so a teacher can buy a whole package that will cover their whole year. And I was inspired by that. Seemed like a good idea. Another session I went to was on ManyChat, which is an app that you can use to message people back on Instagram. Honestly, the social media sessions weren't really inspiring to me. The one on YouTube, actually, there was one actually on the third day. That was another one of my favorites. It was by Shay LaFontaine, and she also was one of the keynotes one of the days. And she talked about how when you create a resource on Teachers Pay Teachers, you can also create an informational YouTube video for the students. So like if it's a reading, she showed us an example of, she's a science teacher. So she created a reading about, I forgot what the subject was, minerals maybe? And then she created a YouTube video of her reading through that reading and attached it to her TPT resource. So the person who downloaded her resource could also use that YouTube video as a supplement for students who need it read to them. But also the video is visible on YouTube and you can link to the product in your TPT store. So it's nice that they're being used together. I might do some of that. Anyway, those are some of my very brief thoughts because it's been too long since I've promised a video number 2. And if for no one else, it's for me to, complete my commitments. So there you go.